In this short tutorial, we're going to use Photoshop and take an ellipse and turn it into a three-dimensional sphere or orb-like shape. All right, we're going to start with the ellipse tool. So we're going to make sure we select that. And we want to make sure we select path. Okay, and we're going to add color in a layer mode. So I'm going to hold my shift key down so that I can get a circle. And then I'm going to go to Layer, New Fill Layer, Gradient. And notice my opacity is at 100%. I'm going to leave the color at non-black. That's fine for this demo. You can choose a color if you want. You can choose it this way or choose a color, one of these kind of colors, or choose different versions, but I'm going to leave it at normal. Okay. Then I'm going to say OK. And notice I have a linear gradation. The style is linear, and the degree is, the angle is at 90. If I move the angle around, I get it different places, but I'm going to leave it at 90 and go just to show you the next step. I'll show you how to move that in a second. Now, notice I want to go radial. I'll try a radial, and that produces a dark gradient from the center out to the edges of the layer. And I want to make sure I keep it aligned with the layer so it stays within my layer shape. Okay, now what I want to do is select reverse. And notice what happens. It's like I've got a real hot spot in the center, as if a light is shining directly, like I'm holding a flashlight or something aimed right at this circle, this sphere. But look what I can do. I can grab my move tool and pull it off center, as if the light source is coming from this direction. I get a feeling of a turning edge, and this starts to pop in three-dimensional volume right away. I'm going to say OK. I'm going to do that again, but first I have to take my move tool and click to release that layer. Okay, so I'm going to do it again. Draw another circle. Hold my shift key down, draw another circle, and go to Layer, New Fill Layer, Gradient, and I'm going to try a lighter, let's go to, say, 65%, okay, and apply it. Notice it's a much lighter kind of gray than this high contrast, so you're getting a softer transition. Again, I want to select Radial, Reverse, and then I'm going to drag this off to this similar angle, as if the light source is coming from this direction. Notice it's a lot lighter in value. The contrast is softer. So this is high contrast. This is a more subtle transition. I'm going to say OK. Now I have to. This looks like it's a little bit further away in space. I want to repeat that one more time, but again, I have to remember to select anywhere else with the Move tool on the field around it so that I release that first layer. Now I can take my tool, my ellipse tool again, and draw one more circle, and layer, new fill layer, gradient, and let's try this at 30%. I'm just going to type it in. You can use the scroll or whatever, but typing it in is quick. I'm going to say OK. Again, go to radial, reverse, drag that, and it looks like I've got three spheres lined up in space as they're moving back in space. So I get a sense of three-dimensional form right away on these circles. I can still use this to produce a design with just circles and yet have a sense of 3D volume.